Tuning into the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Did we do a mic test?
What up, AfterBuzz? This is your boy DJ Jesse J here in studio for the East Los High AfterBuzz TV After Show. I'm joined by Miss Courtney Stewart.
What's up?
Julian Dujarric.
Hi.
And we are back. All right, y'all. I'm not eating Mexican no more.
I love
That's the title of the episode.
Really double entendre.
All right, let's talk about it. So we started the episode out with Gina and Camila having a little Jesus talk.
Jesus talk.
I like the way Gina put it. She said, basically, she's like, Camila was like, you don't know my life. She's like, girl, you are crushing on a drug dealer while your boyfriend is in jail because you was hooking up with his baby sister.
She was like, oh, you do know my life.
Sound like a soap opera to me.
Try that again. There you go.
All right, so at the same sense of that,
so I just was like,
I don't get where we're going with this. Eddie, we see another slip of Eddie asking Jacob if the taqueria can sponsor the Bomb Squad trip. So these are some of the
$2,000.
right.
It's just $2,000.
It's a little bit.
How much are they selling them tacos for?
2 cents.
I mean, it better be 67 cents a taco. I mean,
67
out here,
cents.
67 cents because they in like it look like they in the hood.
But you get a taco plate. It's probably at least like $7 for a taco plate.
Yeah, I would think.
And they have an A, but I'm going based off right by my house. There's this one place. Oh, 89 cents taco.
Can we get a napkin? He just drooled all over there.
Thinking about the
89
tacos.
cents a taco. And on Tuesdays, it is only 67 cents a taco.
Taco Tuesdays is a thing. I discovered this.
Tacos Tuesdays in lots of places.
Yeah.
But like out here in LA, they take it real serious.
Take it real serious.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I'm one of those people.
Anyway,
So yes, back to East Los. I would love to go to that spot.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Tío Pepe.
Tío Pepe's.
I'm into it.
TPTs.
Jacob was like, hell no, we ain't sponsoring this. We can't even sponsor our own place.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, we barely keeping it open up in here, but
We lucky we paid them
get a
off to
check.
put an A in the front of the restaurant.
They're net negative.
Yeah, so we get, but they may not be getting negative no more because of their new hire,
hey.
Miss Gina's mama.
Mama Gina.
In which Ray has been flirting with her, and
I love her.
I love both of them together. Talk about, she was like, how are you? And he was like, always up and ready to go. And she said, promises.
Promises, girl.
I was like, East Los.
Dirty.
So that was cute. And then until the end when she's
That was
flirting
cute.
with all of the other people.
Gets a little jelly.
She has
But
spread her love and fly.
Hey, for good purpose.
I feel
for
it.
good purposes.
Right?
Good purposes.
She's trying to make her coin.
Making
I
coins,
hear that
making
loud and clear.
coins. She got rent to pay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Papa Ray ain't paying for it, so.
You know.
Not at
yet.
57 cents a taco, he said.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Them
They gotta go
tacos
on
add
that
up.
date first.
Them tacos add up, though. All right, so we get Camila goes. She visits Nick, and he's just thanking her for everything.
Man, you look so good. I'm so glad to see you.
Oh my God, I thought she was gonna spill it right here.
You thought so?
She was like, this just isn't gonna work anymore. And I was like,
It's really hard.
It's
and then he
happening.
was like, no, just do it a little longer. And then I thought she was gonna be like, so about Jesus. But Nick don't like Jesus. He's
No.
like, he's trouble. You gotta watch out for him.
He sure is, girl. In all kinds of ways.
Oh, I can't wait to even get into it because I know that scene with the kid. He was just like,
She's still like,
So, anyways,
Look at her.
he wants her to wait for him.
He's stupid.
Yeah, that's cute is a word. I guess it's an adjective.
I ain't
I wouldn't
waiting for you to
describe
get
it as
out
cute.
of jail. I'm 16, bump you. You in jail. Bye.
Yeah, wait for me. Okay.
Bye, Felipe.
I agree with it. Bye, Felipe. All right, so Camila goes and she talks to Liliana, who's Christina Milian's character, and she's doing a little A&R. And they're playing this like track for her, and Liliana's like,
Did anybody notice that Liliana was bobbing her head not to the same beat as
Yes.
the song? Okay.
Yes.
I was just like, come on. Can we at least
I
like,
thought that was really funny.
it was really awkward and uncomfortable and makes it look bootleg as hell. Because she was all like, girl, that's not what I'm
beat.
listening to.
Yeah.
Like,
not only that, but the person singing, I was kind of like, are we all really feeling this right now?
Judgy.
Now the artist later at 3 p.m. I thought was pretty dope.
Okay,
Yeah, but they reacted the same way. Which is, they were like still kind of. How could you be into someone who's so bad? I wasn't feeling the first artist.
I
and
was
then-
not feeling the verse artist.
And then
I didn't
have
mind
that same.
it. It was terrible.
I mean, for you to be like, I found like this person out of
Exactly.
the blue, and you have to hear them, and like,
Yeah.
the way they were just like,
you guys, it's just
Yeah, they were into it.
oh, girl, like I see this business for you, girl. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, bitch, get that shit on YouTube. Like,
Yeah. Agree. Yeah, it's a little too enthusiastic in
a
my
little
opinion.
too, like in the head bob. And like,
Yeah. I thought she
Looking
was
like
twitching.
Sinead
Like,
It was another beat. She was in another beat.
do they have a chiropractor
oh
on
my
set?
goodness, probably.
After all that head bombing.
So, but this was a cool scene because it got the bomb squad some coin.
Coins.
So
Much
basically,
needed.
Liliana was like, well, my dancer's canceled, and
She fired her dancers
we need
because
some
they didn't
dancers.
come to work.
So Camilla's hitting up Gina, trying to get them involved. $200 each for each bomb squad member. That was cool.
Score.
Holla. We get Camilla back in the car with Jesus. They make a drug deal, and he hops in the car. He says, "Yeah, that's how I like it, smooth, in and out." She's like,
And
"Oh."
she was like, "Oh, really? That's how you like it?"
Lots of innuendo.
It was so much in your
This episode.
This is a new side of Jesus.
a new side of just Islos.
And she was like, "You like it like that?" He was like, "There's so many things that I like." And she was like, "Okay."
And then Creeper hanging out the front of the house talking about like, hey.
That's his lookout.
I don't think he'll look out. I think he'll snitch out.
Yeah.
Of course he's a snitch.
Yeah, he's a snitch for sure.
He's
One
playing
of them
both sides of the fence.
crackheads, whoever
Yeah.
give him the biggest eighth, he like
Exactly.
Um,
But notice Camila didn't like even peep that there was like the conversation. She was just too busy on her phone. Like somebody's talking about a drive-by shooting in Pomona and people dying, and you're just not paying
Unaffected.
attention. Unaffected.
Didn't even look at him. So
No.
like if he had gotten shot, like the cops would be like, well, what did he look like? She'd be like, oh no,
know.
I was playing Snake.
I mean, I guess when you're just like used to being there, like you're fine.
So I'm so old. No one plays
I was
Snake
playing
anymore.
Farmville on Facebook.
That's still like 6 years ago.
I know. I know. Oregon Trail, anyone? Took it way back. I'm sorry.
So he says the Vatos are looking for you, Jesus, because of that drive-by. But he takes Camilla to his house,
Yes, he did.
in which we meet his son,
Oh, the little puppy baby.
very adorable, who needed to take his medicine. He was just being such a good dad, apparently, in that moment. He was just like, oh, you don't have to take the medicine if you don't want to. But then he should have forced his son to take the medicine because he probably needed it.
Yeah,
And then it
'cause
was
the
just
sun was
like-
burning up, and he was like, "Oh, it's okay, no big deal."
And then Camilla's holding him like a trash bag.
I don't.
Like an accessory.
But it was a
Know what
cute
to do.
side to see for Camilla to be like, oh.
This is why he's doing it. It's for his son.
Do you? I don't buy it.
Because a dead drug dealer is what his son
Yeah,
needs.
exactly. I don't buy that.
Hey, that
No,
is
I
a
do-
real mentality.
Yeah, I do
okay?
believe that is the mentality.
That is
I
the
bel-
mentality.
Yeah.
It's a legit mentality that
Okay.
exists. It definitely
In a
exists.
lot of people.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
not a lot, but a large number of people.
Especially when they think that they don't have any other options.
Yeah.
And many of them in reality don't really. Because once you have a record already, you
It's hard
sort
to-
of pigeonholed yourself
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. Especially for the type of cash that they can bring in
You tend to rescind.
with drugs. Yeah.
Well, even if you don't have a record sometimes. So, as the bomb squad situation's happening, the girls get to set, and the boys are running to set. And as they're running around a corner, this was just like a really like intense scene. The cops pull up on the sidewalk, stop them, scream at them, slam them on the hood of the car. Why are you guys running? So apparently the cops were looking for three
perpetrators.
Yeah. And they saw these 3 kids running. They assumed it was them, and they went ham. There was a little bit of police brutality.
Yeah.
Well, the stop
name calling.
The stop was questionable in the first place, right? I mean,
sure.
it's not.
For sure.
It started out
just how
excessive.
dramatic it was. It was like, I could understand you if you see them running, maybe be a little suspicious and pull over and be like, hey guys, where are you guys headed?
Yeah.
And have a conversation. But to put the car up in front of him, get out, slam him against, he's
it started out at a
bleeding
level
now.
10. It wasn't something that escalated at all. It
Exactly.
had already been. There was nowhere else for it to go.
Yeah.
Poor judgment on the police.
Yeah, for sure. Or, I mean,
At
I
the
understand
same time, if they said there were 3 Hispanic kids running
Yeah,
down
but you
the
can
street,
say that.
what are they supposed to? Like, the cops.
you can say that about anybody, though.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's all they had. And
Next
that's what
time,
they went
run,
on.
don't walk, don't
Yeah.
run. Well, what
like,
if they were walking? You still did it to
And
them.
you still
Yeah.
would have pulled them over.
I'm gonna bring up my story again. One time, I was walking across the street, and a police officer pulled across 4 lanes, pulled up on the sidewalk, got out of the car, slammed me on the hood of the car, and told me I was jaywalking. I was like, and that made me empty my pockets. Like, this poor judgment sometimes. So I've just looked at this situation like one of those. Like, I get it if there are 3 people out there, but you question somebody.
Yeah, you don't like.
Now, if you had like tried to pull them over and be like, "Hey guys, stop," and they didn't stop, then to me that is 100% questionable. Of like, well, they
Why are you
seem
running?
like
When did that happen to you?
a year and a half ago.
A year and a half. So in LA?
Yeah,
Really?
West Hollywood.
In WeHo.
Los Angeles.
Actually, 2 years ago.
For jaywalk. I've never gotten a ticket for jaywalking.
Oh yeah, 300 and something back.
They do that.
Did you pay that?
No.
Okay.
All right, so then we get to the video shoot the guys got there. I also thought it was really interesting how quickly, usually with East Los, it's a PSA, and I thought this was brushed over
Well,
so
I kind of
quickly.
like that they did that.
Why?
Because the incident itself spoke for itself. So
It
if they
did.
had walked into the studio like, "Oh my God, you guys, what's wrong?" And then the guys were like, "We totally just got pulled over."
But isn't that?
Yeah.
I
Made
feel
it
like
a
that's
whole
real
thing.
life.
Well, but see, I feel like
Bitch,
the
if that
real-
happened to me, I'm gonna come there and be like, "Girl, I'm so irritated. I can't even dance today."
That's why I liked it, like that they didn't. They were like, "No, we're just gonna go do our thing and make our money," because they knew they were late. They made their money, and then afterwards, it got addressed. I mean, obviously a little bit, because then he showed the porn tape, and that sort of like
Yeah,
made
with
it
his
laughable.
little
But
wee-wee.
to
There's-
me, it spoke volumes. Just the scene
Watching
itself, and then to watch him come in, and he's all cut up, and then he had
Yeah.
his hat on, and he was just angry and so indignant when when everything was done. They were like, "Here's your money. What's wrong with you?" And he takes his hat. I fucking got knocked out by
Yeah.
the police. Like, to me, that was a strong statement. Without
I
having to,
agree.
like, talk about it.
And he went in there, they went in there with a job to do, and they sort of, everything else sort of fell to the periphery, and they did what they had to do. And then
Yeah.
after the fact, start to answer questions that are asked. I think that was very well handled.
Boom. The video shoot. So,
How do they learn their choreography in 5 minutes?
well, okay. So wait a minute.
When you
actually,
are a dancer
actually,
and you're used to
Courtney-
learning things that quickly, that
they
tends to
ain't used
happen.
to learning nothing that quickly. They in high school on the ball squad. They ain't professional
Well,
dancers except for
their
old
brains
See,
dudes.
we're
are
on two
malleable.
totally
They're able
different
to absorb.
wavelengths with this because I watched this choreography and I was like,
It was
this is the
cheesy.
video
Yeah.
concept? So I was like, okay, but maybe they're trying to make it realistic. They only had a short amount of time. What's quick, easy choreography
true.
that they could come up with, and that's what they came up with. Because I was looking at that choreography like, did we go back to the first season, Bomb
Yeah.
Squad?
I mean, it wasn't complicated choreography, but still to coordinate.
It was
with
effective.
8 people. There were 8 dancers.
and I
That
also
still
wonder
takes
if it
more
was
than
Bomb
5
Squad
minutes.
choreography already that they had.
Perhaps.
Now, the
Especially
artist
to get
was
the
dope.
artist spinning around in the middle at the end. And
Right.
and that would have been a couple takes.
Artist was dope. I liked her.
She was fun.
Fun?
The video concept, for me was like, what is that?
I'm just hoping there were other scenes, and maybe we just got
Yeah,
the one like dance scene.
I figured it was that one scene that
Yeah.
they were. I don't know that
And
that's
I
indicative
found
of the
it's
entire concept
still-
because
I was just looking at that one scene, like, what is this scene?
Well, I like that. I
It's
thought
hard
it was
to determine.
amusing
And put
that
shirts on the boys because I
Yeah.
thought their bodies were going to be better than that.
Aw.
Well, so
Not to
you're
say
so
that they
used to
weren't bad.
you're so used to the bomb squad that has like Adonis-like bodies. You
Well,
hear any?
they were all very cut. They were just very thin, which I appreciated because they're high schoolers, so
Yeah.
they shouldn't be super bulky normally. But I was confused.
I feel like they were more in shape last week.
I feel like they should be a little bulky if they're carrying up other.
I don't know why I was just a little. I mean, this is just a personal gay boy reference, but I was just really. Eddie just was. I was just a little like, really, Eddie?
Because when they walked
Last
out,
week I felt like Eddie was like, damn.
Well, they're only doing 5 minutes worth of choreography practice, so
His abs were like.
their abs really weren't being worked out.
Okay, sorry. There's just not a lot to talk about this episode, so I'm just digging
But
deep.
why was okay? So the costume designer had April. Did I make up the name?
That was the costume designer's name?
No. What's it? Ashley Tiffany. Tiffany. She was in the fitted dress.
That
and
wasn't
then-
even fitted because you could see it was like. Because
And then
first of all, Tiffany is so fucking.
She's that big.
She's nothing. Yeah, she's a little tiny.
But
thing.
I just was like, that was such a jump. Like, okay, we're putting them in like fake bandage dresses, and then suddenly they're all in combat boots and overalls. So I was like,
Yeah, it was
besides
totally
this
out there.
video, I'm very confused.
And but she talking about I can't breathe in this, like, girl.
She's like, she can't dance in this. Put her in something else.
I want to see the music video. I really want to see.
Maybe it's
The whole-
online.
I want. Yeah, probably.
they
It could be
shot
like a
the
little
whole
extra.
thing?
I feel like they would do something like that.
I feel like they
It'd be
would.
fun.
It'd be,
We'll have to look
yeah,
for
it'd be
it.
interesting to see that.
I liked the art. I really liked it. She reminded me of Tink, like a Tink kind of artist.
Okay.
I'm not familiar
buy
with
that.
Tink.
No?
No.
I'll put you onto
Thank you.
it.
I feel
all
you
right.
on that.
So from there, we moved to Jesus. He had spoken about his. I thought it was interesting too, the concept of Jesus' baby's mama in Oakland and had left him with the child.
Yeah.
Interesting
happens.
flip on a situation.
She got an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
A kingpin drug dealer instead of just a runner. Maybe.
Yeah.
And decided to move.
He got a pit. What?
No, I was just gonna say, I do think that's interesting, and it is indicative of the character's character, that he is trying to raise his child, and doing the best he can, because people who tend to run in those circles aren't the most responsible or like empathetic, or they're very much about
Sometimes their
themselves,
moral and ethics may be a little askew.
Yeah, askew, and so it was an interesting sort of plot twist.
Which, not to say that his aren't askew, because
Of course. Well,
he's
that's what
still
he's
out
saying.
here
Like when you're
running.
in the circle,
Right.
like you typically are around people. you
It's
know?
good. I'm saying, I guess it's just good to see that it's not all compromised morals. It's there's some.
he has some sort of a purpose.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
purpose. It's a little more substantive.
And in the end, there are single dads that get ditched by the women. It happens.
He got a picture of a dead guy.
Shot in the head.
SMS text, more like a
You're
SOS.
next.
That runs.
Yeah.
That's creepy to ever get that, but that's also kind of like you just sent me proof that you killed
Yeah, that wasn't
somebody.
very wise.
But he's not gonna rat.
Right. Not at all. He ain't a rat
He
type
ain't a
person.
rat. He'll
Um,
take a bullet first.
And then we seen the sketch. Yeah. Oh,
That's true.
we have to have a whole separate
Yeah,
conversation
that's true. I
for
completely forgot about
snitching,
that.
because when that snitch thing came out, I was just like, what is the definition of snitching, and how involved with the people do you have to be considered
to
a
be
snitch?
considered a snitch, and then
Because
like
if you doing some shit and you involve me in it involuntarily, bitch, I'm snitching. Now, if it gonna get me in trouble, if it gonna come around to me,
I think in that world, a snitch, because I'm so well versed in the underground world of
hood life.
yeah, I'm part of that hood life. No, I think a snitch really is. I know, it just sounds so silly. I am part of that hood life. Listen, I think a snitch,
Say it
by
again.
definition, I am part of the hood life. Listen to me. Focus. I think a snitch in that world is someone really. You're gonna Snapchat me talking about a snitch. Is someone
about the
talking
hood
about now I'm nervous.
Julian's live
Anybody
on
who's-
Snapchat and on AfterBuzz.
and on
nervous.
AfterBuzz.
Great. I don't want to speak anymore. Just anybody who says something that compromises the whole situation.
Well,
You know.
but if if the guns are blazing towards you.
Yeah, like it gets
And
to
it's
a point
like, I'm gonna die, or I may be able to get away a little bit.
You're not
if
gonna.
I
Nobody can get away.
snitch.
Please.
Yeah, you can get away. You can get
They
away.
know where you live. They know your family members.
I mean,
they know.
but that's
Come
why
on.
you get away.
Witness
You leave
protection.
town. Well, I don't
Witness
know. When it's like
witness
to the level where
protection.
you need witness protection, that's when I'm like, nah, boo, don't snitch. Just go on and
That's
take
what
it
I'm
out of
saying.
them. But like street thugging and that kind of stuff, like you can leave the city. You can go to Tucson. Go
Okay.
to,
Yeah, you're
know,
not-
go
get off the
somewhere
grid.
else. Like just get off the grid for a little while. Don't nobody care about you for real. Like you're not like a real hardcore like.
You got
I'm
like
a-
2 years out and you'll be good.
You know, this ain't no Pablo Escobar type shit. Like, you're not on that level yet.
Okay.
So I would think at
Take a vacation
at
overseas.
Jesus level, he can run to Oakland or go to Seattle
go to
or something.
Oakland.
He can go
He
to
can head up
Seattle.
north.
You know.
Well, it depends on his relationship with the baby mama.
Maybe you need to go to Portland for a little
Yeah,
while.
he has to take the baby
You know,
mama.
live in the country, you can go to Portland like
Live the
hippie
life.
being his mom and live a hippie life.
Peace, love.
Ain't nobody
They
coming
sell
to
weed up
Jesus.
there.
Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna shoot up Portland.
Ain't nobody gonna shoot him up in Portland. He'll be all
I
right.
don't know. That's peace and love out there. You ever seen
Go to
that?
Boise, go to Idaho.
That's so random.
So
Go to
he comes
Boise,
in,
Idaho.
he says, Camila, me and the baby and mama have to leave for a while.
And Mama?
Like,
I thought Mama wasn't in the picture.
No,
well,
his
his
mom.
mom.
Oh.
like his actual
Like
birthing
grandma.
mother.
Got it. Forgive me. I've binged this and I'm trying to.
Kisses her goodbye. He runs
No,
out.
you can't just say it like that.
Okay,
no.
it was like, go
he
ahead.
grabbed her face and made love to her with his lips, and she finally felt the passion that had been burning inside of her. for
No,
all
you can't
these
say it like that.
months.
No, you can't
And
say it
it-
like that.
As Courtney was
No.
eating her tostino
No.
As he pulled away,
No,
her
honey.
lips were still hanging out. Like, oh,
No.
that's all I get. Okay.
What you say
She
is.
was lingering.
No.
She
what-
was lingering.
What you
What
say
was that
is
song
he
called?
took. This is what you say. This is how you describe that scene. He gazed into her eyes, brushed. You gonna Snapchat this one too? Okay. Brushed her hair behind her ear, then caressed her chin as he pulled it in to land on her lips. That's how you describe it.
Well, all right. Y'all can check out my Snapchat for more of these amazing. Degree God, that's God, we spelled with a 0.
I want to Snapchat something. Nothing I do is interesting though.
I just Snapchatted you being
There
interested.
you go.
Outside of here, I guess. So.
Describing it.
All right, well, then we heard an interesting situation was the gunshots.
Shot.
Pow, 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 pow.
Cause he did. We didn't talk about this. Hold up. Before he kissed her, so how he came in at first, everything was like he was just talking like we're gonna go away to the, and then he leaned in a little bit closer and his voice dropped an octave and he was like, "Some shit's about to go down. Some shit's about to go down."
Which I feel like is the best way to deliver bad news.
I love it.
You know what I'm
In
saying?
a sexy way.
In a
It was
sexy
sexy
way.
as hell because she was like,
I'm about to kill you.
some shit just went down in my pants. Oh God. She was like, she was
Some shit
gone.
went down in your
Because
pants.
she literally melted when he said that.
Ew, wait,
He
don't use
leaned
shit,
in.
pants, and melted in the same sentence.
Well, with the female melted is like she got not
I know, but
nasty,
it just-
but
Let her
she,
cooters
she
wet.
got
Oh, God.
excited. So, but you could tell the difference, and I thought it was. I wonder if he was directed to do that or if he made that choice himself. But he definitely, unless there was just bad sound in his voice. But there was a notable change when he leaned in a little closer
We
and
were
his
talking
voice
about the
dropped.
talk
and
to
he
the
was
audio
like-
guy about
Right.
that.
And he
And I
literally
was-
said some shit's about to go down, and she was just like, "I wish it was."
I wish it was. Yeah. I'm gonna give all my bad news that way from now on.
Me
From
too.
now on,
Yeah.
just
For now,
get
let me
real
like,
close, drop an octave.
baby. I hit the back of your car. I'm bringing my DJ equipment in and it scratched up all the backside of your shit. But it's gonna be okay, because I got Geico. That's how I'm gonna do it from now on. On that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Gunshots. Is Jesus dead?
He better not be. They didn't get it in yet.
That's true. She need to get some.
She's gonna get some first.
She needs some
He's not
nay-nay.
dead.
She needs to get it in before he
Nick gets out.
gets out. Yeah.
True that. True that. True that.
In the end, is she gonna end up with Jesus or Nick?
Jesus.
Jesus, of course.
Girl loves a bad boy.
I mean, yeah, but we
Nick
don't know
is
if
a fake
Jesus is
bad
gonna
boy.
last around. He was
think
supposed to
Jesus
come in
will.
today, actually, by the way, and I'm a little upset, but that's
Oh,
not really
no.
his fault.
Jesus.
Someone else's.
Okay.
Next week. Hopefully. Yeah, I think Jesus will be around. I think Jesus will stick around, and I think they are going to have a lovely relationship, and going to get married. And at the wedding in the barrio, after they say their I do's, that's when he'll get shot. You're gonna shoot up the wedding.
Very, very
How
dynasty-like.
telenova of you.
Yeah.
Maria.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Ray, Jacob's father, and Gina's mom.
Gonna get it in.
It's gonna happen.
Oh
Gonna
yeah.
use that
More than
strawberry
once.
condom.
We didn't see
Strawberry
Ceci at all today.
Thank God. We need a break.
You're not
I
a fan.
love Ceci.
I need a break from Pedro.
Oh, yeah. Several.
Yeah.
breaks.
Just
Well,
a
not with
minute.
him standing outside with
Because
the
him
camera.
stalking, like,
Yeah.
that's getting real creepy. So,
But
yeah,
I
it
miss
was a nice
Hy-Vee.
breath of fresh air.
And also, how can you continue to play that? Like, how can you continue to make that storyline relevant? You know what I mean? Like, it's
We'll
kind of
see.
we're kind
I
of
know
running out
people
of.
who have had that storyline relevant in real life for like 5 years.
Of course, but in the show, 5 years, but we're talking about 10 episodes, right? So how do you make that relevant and interesting still? So I'm glad that we took a break from that a little bit.
I feel like they needed something because I thought this was a really boring episode, to be quite honest.
I didn't think it was boring, but it did feel very short.
It did feel like
Like there wasn't a lot there. I wasn't bored because I thought the exchanges and the dialogue was really cute with the mom and
Yeah, it made up for it.
Actually, have you
Cafes,
noticed that
like,
the storyline with Camille and Jesus, whenever it's heavy in their storyline, that storyline is usually the only one that carries through. Because that was really the only storyline that was. It carried it brought everything in. It brought the bomb squad in. It brought.
That's true.
That was interesting. Because usually
Yeah,
we get 3 storylines an episode.
Wonder if that was deliberate. If it is, I can't. Obviously, I'm not in the writers' room. I can't speak to that. But I'm glad they did it that way. Just because
Yeah.
I don't see how. I feel like too many heavy storylines in one episode can be a disservice
In
to
a
the
half-hour
show.
show,
Yeah, in a half-hour
Because
show.
it's not even half an hour. It's what,
Right.
20 minutes?
Yeah, it's not enough time to really let those storylines breathe and play out. You know what I mean?
And it was nice to let them set up what could become a substantial
Yeah.
storyline with the mom and
Yeah, I'm interested in
whatnot.
seeing what that's.
So that would be and we all know that he went 2 seasons. He's never been with a woman basically since his wife died.
Yeah.
So like that idea that exists already, and then the idea that she's sort of working her way in and actually is obviously liking him too, and wants to eat Mexican.
Yeah, and that's fun. I mean, I like their exchanges. I like their dialogue. I think I'm interested in seeing more of that, and hopefully we will.
And then Liliana. Why is she here?
I have no opinion
Because-
about her.
I thought it was interesting because I was trying to figure out why she's a part of this. Because is it going to lead to the fact of Camille having to choose Jesus over this career that she wants? Because she did say in it, wow, this shit's harder than, dealing drugs or something like that. And I thought that was an interesting line because I'm like, really, girl? Like,
Yeah.
you be sweating when you're doing this shit.
It looks like they're trying to like set up the two worlds. Like, are you gonna live the life,
The fast life.
Yeah.
the fast life, or are you gonna live the life that's also a fast life and is just as invigorating, but at least is in the line of the law? And,
Respectable
like,
work.
The
What-
glamorous life versus the
and when
fast life.
when those two conflict, who are you gonna choose?
And at what point? Yeah.
Because when you fall in love after he sits you down,
Smash some cakes.
what you gonna do, girl? What you gonna do?
when he come for you?
And
On that note.
are you hetero?
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
On that note, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You guys can also please, before we continue,
Por favor.
Please.
help us out by going on to iTunes and subscribing to us on our podcast.
Do
Just
it.
type in East Los High AfterBuzz. And then you guys will be able to help us out by getting us to #1 on iTunes. Courtney, where can everyone follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stuart Starlet.
You can do that. And you
Yes.
can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, anywhere on social media, at Julian Dujaric.
Boom. Hit me up at DJ Jesse J. But then, guys, please go subscribe to us on iTunes. Download
it.
our podcast.
Please.
Rate us 5 stars. And join the conversation and leave us what you guys think about the show.
Yes.
Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
AfterBuzz TV. From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.